meeting and the wrecking force as well. There is a give a round of applause for Nigel Riley, who of course has been working hard along the wall of the Brighton Bears for tonight's meeting, rounding up the drivers and of course raising money for the Rocking Horse Children's Charities. They come past you, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to 221 Justin Riley Motormouth and the man himself, 421 Nigel Riley as he comes past you. Then we see 424 from the Brighton Bears, the Wizard, for Jason Pollard and Charlie Day in 133. 711 is Alex Elliott Junkie, and Ronnie's out in 8. Then we see Chatty Man out there in 321. Kieran Fry for 416. Josh Spokes. So as they come past you, ladies and gentlemen, give him a wave, make some noise. A round of applause for the Brighton Bears. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, another man is 521 Ashley Wiley. And of course, a big thanks to the Wall for their organisation into today's meeting. There's a driver that won the raffle, of course, that went on just a couple of months ago. Steenbeckers in the Rolls Royce, number 1. And then we see car 41 Paul Prescott, Baloo. And 232 is Justin Pollard, Waterboy. There we see from the coat hangers a 58 car of Joe Brown. And then we see a treble 7 car, a nice looking Mercedes as well, in the hands tonight of Matt Hill from Brighton. And then we see our lady driver here tonight, Debbie Taylor, Miss T, in 922. Then we see Wignuts in car 59, that is Ryan Brown. We also got 97724, which is Connor Kelly Radcliffe. Then we see in 113 Stuart Beaver Swampy. And then a beautiful looking Rover B5 for Fatboy in car 52, and that is Charlie Neal. There we see the 88 car of fullback Billy Page. There is a enough for Wimbledon many moves ago. The crafty cockney himself, Mitch McGee, 736. And then we see from the Roughnecks, 5 from 9. 1-7, that is Andrew 2. There we see 1-3-4 in the Rolls Royce. A beautiful looking car as always for Tony, and that is Scott Hamby. Now this man spent many man hours putting his car back together. It was pretty much split in half when he bought it. The front end was absolutely rotten. But after much welding and much work, Tommy Ledford Grantham in 774 has got out his Rover here tonight, and I think well done to Tommy getting that machine out, so well done Tom. Then we see Cotton Eye Joe Cotton in treble 1, 84, that is Callum Cotton. Then we see in 622 from the Swindon Vigilantes, complete with a fan club from Swindon here tonight. That is Stuart Davis. And then 477 is Simon Clark. John Bricknell is in car number 2. And then we see Mr. Chaos in 302. That is Simon Baker. 141 from the toss is Eddie Cotton. And just look at that beautiful machine from 683. Greaser is out there in the Daimler. Horse, the Royal car that is as well. So lots of big cars, lots of big names out there. It's in the hands of Reese Woodgate in 683. Then we see behind that we've got 833. And that of course is the driver that had a big crash in the microbangers back a couple of weeks ago at Smallfield. Glad to see him out in 833. And then we see from the wreckers is 821. That is Jamie Rogers and then Anthony Turner, the Surrey Muscle in 705. Then we see the 306 in the big Volvo, and that is David Harris. And 763 is Charles Wilson from Croydon. Then we see the Milky Bar Kid is Stephen Turner in 982. And then we see 679, that is James Strudwick, Bean himself. Going on the inside of him is 206, the Ramrods, Kingy, Dave King in 206. And then we see the first of the Wonky Donkeys, we see Plunker in 751, that's Lawrence Wells, and T-Boy Tom Farron in 757. As the rest of the cars come past us here on the home straight, we look back to Charlie Boy, Charlie King in 204, and then we see Gabba is Michael King in 205. Then we see the first of the wacky races out tonight, and they have come no short of 5 cars in 411. That is Chris New. And then the 325 in the Hurst is Adam Wixon. And then we see Bossy, Stephen Voss in 146. Then we see from the famous Dreamers Racing team, a regular here on Wednesday nights in the normal bangers, is 556 Flip Phil Hampton. And then we see in the unlimited mag colours, we don't see a lot of that colours out anymore, for 746, that is Tony Jarvis from Gillingham in Kent. And here he is with his first ever National Banger limo. It's Jack Hanscom, the Little Dreamer in 94. And then we see behind that Mercedes Estates, another one of the Swindon Vigilantes, a regular around the racetracks is Terry Churchy in 920. That one from the Brighton Bears is 803. That of course is Stress, Gareth Reuben. And following out behind the pace car now, here he is. It's 194. Just look at the size of that limo from Cecil Steve Anscombe. And following on behind is Mr. V himself, 647, Danny Ferrell. Then we see from the Crazy Beasters, as we all know what that stands for, 42 is Roach, Alan Roach. Then we look back as they come past us. What a machine for 194, that is something else.
Brandon! Miles!
As the rest their way past us here on the home straight. Then we see 383 making